Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel to Only Movies, and today I am gonna go watch The Black Phone 2. But before I do that, I'm gonna give you a quick review for the original The Black Phone. Haven't seen that movie since 2001, but I rewatched it last weekend, so I was gonna do my review before I go to the movies. So yeah, I had to rewatch it to refresh my mind before I go to the movies to watch The Black Phone 2, so I rewatched it. And I remember when this first announced and stuff, I was a bit iffy because I wasn't really too fan of serial killers, like realistic murders and stuff like that. I know it had different elements on this, but this one was more especially involved with children's, and I was like a bit iffy. But watching the trailer, it changed my mind, and I was like, oh, I have to go watch this film. Even though, like I said, I'm not a big fan like that. Yeah, there are some movies who are like that. That involve like realistic and serial killers. I could name so many. For a few I could think of right now, it's like Psycho, American Psycho, and a few other ones like that involves too realistic. But I'm more like the fictional characters like Freddy, Michael, Jason, stuff, Art the Clown, stuff like that. But this one was changed my mind once I went to go watch it in theaters. Like, yeah, like there was stuff that I didn't like, but it's like, hey, sadly, it's like that in the real life. But like I said, it was pretty good with the way they did with the plot, the story, especially with the character with Finn. I enjoyed his character, like how they started him off, because at the beginning, like, he was like a weak, shy kid and stuff, and he's like wanting to stand up to the bullies and stuff, but he's like he didn't have the courage to do it and stuff. And his friend will always encourage him. It's like, hey, stand up for yourself, be a man. You gotta defend yourself if anything happens to me, if or I'm not here and stuff. You gotta defend yourself, and that was pretty cool because you see his character develop slowly and throughout the movie. It was stuff. The kids who the grabbers grabbed before him, and the last four kids or five, I believe, that grabbed them. But every time when they talked to Finn, they warned him and stuff about the grabber and stuff, because the stuff he does and stuff. He's playing a game. And the game that he'll play was called Naughty Boy. For me, it was a bit weird because then everything you hear stuff like that, like, yeah, it doesn't show the stuff that he did to the kids, but you could imagine stuff and stuff. Like, it was really bad because when they said the game Naughty Boy, he'll beat them up and stuff. And I know some people will imagine even horrible stuff that he would do and stuff. And that's what's the thing, is like, you don't have to go too deep into that kind of stuff. You had to use your imagination and stuff instead of showing everything and stuff. That's what I like in some movies, that they don't have to show stuff. Like in Psycho, which was one example. It's a perfect example that Alfred Hitchcock was a genius. And the one part in the scene, like when the mother goes into the shower and tries to stab the woman in the shower, you really don't see the knife going into the skin. You just see it going up, slashing, and you see the knife not barely touching, but it's like between the skin and stuff, not getting into it and stuff. And people's imagination goes wild when stuff like that. That's why I like this kind of movie and stuff like that. When they do that kind of stuff, you use your imagination. You don't have to ruin everything for it. And that's what I did like about this movie and stuff, even though, like I said, I wasn't a fan about that kind of stuff. But for these boys who went through it and stuff, it was crazy and stuff. And since they talked to Finn, they don't remember their names either. So sadly, their soul isn't resting in peace and stuff, because their body is somewhere hidden. And so that's what was so crazy about it, because that's what I liked about it as well. Now I want to say Sixth Sense, do Sixth Sense and stuff, but try to do like a ghost. The boy, Finney, will talk to ghosts. He can't see them, but he'll talk to them through the phone, and they'll just like let him know what they try to do before they try to escape and stuff, and it didn't work. So they're trying to help him out and stuff. So that's what's pretty cool about this film, especially when he got caught by the grabber, because no one knew who was the grabber. All you heard was like the grabber took these little boys and stuff, and the one by one boys will go missing in the neighborhood and stuff, and then everyone was wondering who's this grabber, and the police wanted to find out. And Finn's sister had like psychic powers and stuff, who I wouldn't say psychic powers, but mainly like dreams and stuff that she sees, like real stuff that happened, because they went to investigate one missing boy from the beginning of the movie, Bruce, who was gone missing, and she knew about it because she told her sister and stuff, the character Bruce's sister and stuff, and the police got involved and stuff. So as the sister gets these dreams and stuff, she also sees the past of the boys and stuff who were also missing from the grabber. But slowly she was so close to finding him and stuff, and like with the dreams that you're like, man, come on, you're so close, you're there and stuff, and it's like, man. But luckily at the end she did find it, but it was a different location stuff where her brother was, but they found the body of the boys and stuff, and I felt like it was a happy ending because like, yeah, Finn survived, and obvious because there's a second one too, but in real life it's sad for people who their kids and stuff went missing stuff. They don't have that kind of justice. In this film I feel like they put justice because I don't have kids myself, but I could see myself if my niece and nephew were missing like that, man, it would break my heart and stuff. And I feel like those people who went through it was, I'm sure it was really tough for them and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I cried at the end of this movie and stuff when I first saw it and stuff. But it was pretty good, like I said. But once they announced they were making a sequel, I was like really hesitant. It's like, really? It's like, what more can you do? It's like, I felt like this could have been a one and done. It's like, they don't have to do so many sequels, prequels, and stuff like that. And I was afraid of it because I was like, man, what are they going to do? Don't tell me they're going to stick to the origin story for the grabber. Because like, I felt like it was better for him to be mysterious. Imagination, like I said from earlier, is like, okay, he's probably been abused and stuff, and that's why he's like that. That's why he beats up boys and stuff, because he was part of abuse. And I don't want them to be doing a prequel of origin story for him. And of course, I can't forget to give credit to Ethan Hawke, who played as the grabber. He did an amazing job playing as the grabber, so I feel like him doing it is really amazing, especially with the way he acted and performed it and everything as the grabber stuff. I know he tried to do his best for it to be played as a creepy guy and stuff, and so I thought it was really amazing as well. Like I said, I don't think him being as the next Freddy Krueger or anything, he's being his own kind of horror villain. But luckily there's going to continue what happened after. It's like a few years later that Finn and his sister are all grown up and stuff. But this time it's involved, like, people are saying like a dream element, which it wasn't really a dream. The sister had mainly the dream, but I feel like Finn is like talking to the grabber, of course through the phone, of course, like that's why it's called the black phone, but through hell and stuff, because you can notice the grabber is in hell, and it's an icy type of hell, not like a fiery hell and stuff. So his hell is different. And what's so cool about with the mask, that I did like the mask about it, and since his mask is like the devilish, he probably made a deal with the devil, so his world is in the icy hell. So that's what I think is pretty cool. I know a lot of people are comparing it to being as a Freddy theme, a dream world and stuff, and I don't think it's gonna be like that. Like I said, it's not gonna involve with so much the dreams and stuff, just with the sister, but everything else is mainly gonna involve like how they did with the ghost hunting and stuff. Stuff like that, but we'll see how it is. Like I said, I'm gonna go watch it tonight and stuff. I'll give you my reviews for that. But for my review for this film, I give it a 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. Like I said, it does have that horror element. Being for a realistic serial killer like that, yeah. But hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to comment down below. Have you seen the movie? Have you not seen the movie and stuff? Did you like it? Did you not like it? But other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.